Hello. You two ladies are living in here in Griffith Barracks.
Yes, that's right.
And this is your
Mrs. Wall.
and this is your husband.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Broderick.
Broderick.
Yeah.
This
This
is
is
my
your
child.
child here in the front.
I was staying with my mother in Alvabon, and I had to get out. It was consider her with 11 children. Myself and her husband was staying in one bedroom. I had the other bedroom to myself, and she said she wasn't getting no help. So I had to come into Griffith Barracks, and my husband is in the army, Clancy Barracks. He stays in there. And it's costing me now 70 and 6 from last Monday, and it costs me 7 and 6 in a cafe every day for my meals. And I replied to the corporation for a house, and they sent back a letter telling me that they were considering the case for the Oxford area. And when they come down there this fell, they'd forgotten all about me if they'd done nothing since. And I think this place is really like a prison in here, because we have to ring the bell when we're going in, and we have to tell the man when we're coming out. And we're only allowed to see our husbands up to 10 o'clock at night. And from now on, we were told that our husbands is going to be stopped until they can see us. And I have a baby in St. Ultan's Hospital, and she has bronchitis and septic abscess in the throat. And I can't have him back unless I get a home of my own.
Well, I was subtenant in the corporation house, you see, and my husband and myself and the child, and we were asked to leave by the corporation as the landlady was being evicted for not paying rent. So I went on to the corporation and sent me here to Griffith Barracks. I'm in Griffith Barracks on the 26th of November. My child was sent into hospital for the simple reason is there was no fire to keep my child warm. My husband is working very late every night, and he cannot see me, maybe only once in a week. My child will not be left back out St. Ultan's Hospital for the simple reason is that there's no fire, and the conditions in Griffith Barracks is terrible.
Mr. Wall, while your wife and children are in here in Griffith Barracks, where are you living?
With my mother.
And what do you ever get in here? Are you working late?
To be working late at night, and sometimes I can't see my wife at night. I'll be working late, and I can't even see the kid in the hospital because I'll be working late.
Yeah, well, you're working after 10 o'clock, so that you're finished after the time you're allowed in here.
Yes.
So you can't get in.
Can't get in. If I had a own place, I could be able to go home and live in peace now.
Just beside the double-locked gate is a gap in the barbed wire. I was told that this is how the husbands succeed in beating the curfew. Mr. Quinn, how did you get where you are now in a tent on the pavement?
Well, I was put in here by a TD. I came to see a TD due to circumstances, unfortunate, and conditions in here were very bad. We decided there's only one thing for it, and that's to come out on the streets.
No, where's this? This is conditions bad in Griffith Barracks?
In Griffith Barracks, yes,
Right.
That's right. And then we decided to pitch a tent down here in protest really against no homes. I've been on that waiting list 4 years. And that time I've seen about everybody in this city that could possibly help, and still I got nothing.
Where were you and your family living before you moved into Griffith Barracks?
I was living with a mother-in-law, and all the circumstances there, it's just impossible like to work out, you know.
Well, we came home from England a year ago. I did, at least, with the 3 children, and my husband followed me a couple of months after that because he heard there was work here. Anyway, he came home. He was only a couple of days home in Dublin when he did get a job right enough and good wages that we could afford a house and get plenty of furniture whatever we needed. So I was living with my mother, and there was 19 of us in the house, which is only a 2-bedroomed house, and she had to put me out one Sunday morning as it was really too full there, you know. Well, I went around to a tea day on Sundrive Road, and he sent me down to Griffith Barracks. Well, I thought the corporation, I should say, would have housed me then, but they didn't. They just sent me into Griffith Barracks. And while I was in there, I had about 16 months, and he was sent into Clunsky Hospital. Anyway, he was in 6 weeks, and he came home then, and they still weren't going to do anything for me. And in the week that I was left over there, my young girl got chickenpox out of it on a Wednesday, so I decided to move out on a Friday night. So I went over living in the tent to see would the corporation do anything, but so far they haven't even come near us. I've got a young boy now in St. Kevin's, and I've got a young girl in Clunsky with the chickenpox, which I don't think they'll be able to come out until we have a home to bring them to. So I just have to leave them there.